All right, guys, what's going on? So, one more video to add for today. So, a double upload before, we wrap it up, and then obviously let some days go by. Rank probably ends, and, we put out that point guard tier list. But it is time to talk about the in-game balance patch for the game. All right. So, there's a couple things that we could talk about here. We give our thoughts, and then obviously let me know what you think at the very end. So, in this balance in this balance patch, the adjustment is based on the direct Discord forum talk with dev discussion. If you guys don't remember, we had a dev talk which was like almost a month ago. So there were some things that players wanted addressed. Joy City said, well, the dev said himself there aren't going to be everything that's going to be talked about because they feel it's in a good spot based off their own metrics in the game, which is understandably so. I cannot be mad at that, but it is nice to see a dev, recognizing what players find frustrating in the end, right? So here we go. Basic shot change. Now, if you don't know, the reason for this one is because of imped, right? So they said that they don't want to nerf imped because, again, of their own analytics and from what they've take that data. This is not a broad, wide range of 99.9% of players using imped, right? Like, you could probably put maybe like a solid percentage up there, maybe like a 30% of the community, but the community is small, so we got to remember. So maybe it's like a 25%, 21% of players use MPED. They probably end up changing at some point because of specific P buffs that they want, right? Like, these things happen, and is understandably so. So what they decided to do is said that we are going to buff offensive stats, which is mid-range, 3-point, and I think for a couple of other things as well. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Basic shot stat now affects shot impediment. If you have a high basic shot stat, you can decrease the shot impediment effect. Characters with high basic shot stat can decrease the shot impediment to enhance their own shot success rate. Based on basic shot and related shot skill types and distance, effective stat may vary. Basic shot 3 points, what? Basic shot 3 points, 3-point close range shot, long distance dunk, long distance layup, short distance dunk, and short distance layup. So these are what's basically affected immediately, I should say, which we are seeing right now in game, right? Like, people are taking shots that you would think like imped is stopping, but it's not. But it does feel balanced though, because it's not in a consistent factor, so I think that's pretty good. Um, Maybe they're just gonna have to tweak it a bit more, but overall, it seems pretty straight, right? Like, it seems like it's in a nice spot, right? Now I'm to Shamgod. Now, this is the sad part, because a lot of people, if you were in that dev talk, you would pretty much agree. Like, Shamgod did not need a nerf. When Shamgod released, the problem with Shamgod was that it wasn't tied to stamina. It wasn't tied to stamina that a lot of people were suggesting, and you can break people from the distance and afar. I'm sorry, from up close and afar, right? So that really mattered a lot. And then when they finally decided to tie it down to stamina and also fix the ankle break animation, when it came to, like, even when you're trying to run at a distance and they still break you because, like, you're not even near their cone like that, then yeah, it was an issue. But when they fixed it, a lot of us kind of got nailed down to, really stopping Shamgod. Shamgod didn't really look that strong anymore. Shamgod was in a nice spot. Yes, you could still get away with Shamgod, during the time, but it just felt, again, like it was in the right spot. So now, Shamgod Dribble now consumes stamina to activate the skill. Shamgod Dribble now consumes 20 stamina to activate. This change applies to all characters with Shamgod Dribble: Fred, Ayla, and Chloe. We're going to see what happens in the near future, because, you don't want to here's the thing. You don't want to penalize players and who they may end up using as much. Now, the busted characters, that's a different conversation. But for characters that aren't even, like, on par with certain levels when it comes to other characters, you don't want to do that. All right, so it doesn't really matter by much. But we'll end up seeing if this does affect anyone heavy or not, right? Freestyle explanation improvement. They finally decided to add like a little description to the freestyles. So level specific effects of freestyles are added for explanation. Now you can check the level specific effects of own freestyle. Freestyle effect only applies when you use the designated freestyle during the game. And then we get into the nerfs, if you want to consider this a nerf, but who knows. So, the balance stat adjustment. Oh, I'm about to laugh so fucking hard. You just don't know. I feel it, bro. Siana's balance stat is decreased by 13 points. 191 to 178. So, how about them Cowboys? Yeah. I was playing Siana today. I ain't feel the effects of this at all. At all. Huh. Huh. Interesting. So all that crying and bitching that y'all were doing, and yet this is all we get as a nerf. That is crazy. That is crazy. I was trying to tell y'all. Y'all want to nerf Siana before we nerf the damn monkey. That, like, what? What? See, priorities are fucked up, and this is what you get. I'm trying to tell y'all better move the fuck around. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, bro. Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. I know the community don't have fucking ears or eyeballs when they want to know some stuff, but look at that. Like, that's basically laughing in your face. They just decreased it by 13 points. 13 points. All right? Now, supermodel skill adjustment. If you have the same or higher balance stat than Siana, you will get the following effects. Chance of getting pushed by Siana is slightly increased. Chance of losing the ball due to falling is decreased. If you have a lower balance stat than Siana, the chance of getting pushed by Siana is slightly increased. And I'm assuming they're losing the ball is increased as well. I would assume so. Right. But yeah, I still caught a loose ball. People are still, people who don't have a high balance stat than Siana, and not just bigs itself. Like, you're talking about from again, like small forwards, power forwards, and your guards, right? Like, people still tend to go in the fucking paint or be around a character that can stun you. That's the main problem. Like, I don't know why y'all don't want to listen, because that's the main damn problem. If you know you're running damn Hal or Giant G or any character that can have a max balance and you have a max rebound, you are less likely to lose the damn ball. But guess what happens? When your teammates think that they could get a fucking rebound, there's a chance, and a higher chance on my end, that you lose the damn ball. So what did you expect? What did you expect? I'm confused. So all that bitching and complaining that you niggas were doing, it didn't work. They had to tell you. They're telling you in the balance stat adjustment. You niggas suck. You suck. You suck. You're trash. You're fodder. You're garbage. This is what you get. This is what you get. The fact, dog, they have to tell you. They have to tell you. What? What? Not only is it in Siana's description, okay? But even when Siana had release and they talked about the character, it was in her description. Okay? Oh my god. Oh my god. All of that just for this. All they did was make sure it's balanced out. That was it. But they still had to tell you if you have a lower balanced stat. And we know what the main issue is. It's the fact that you got niggas who don't have a rebound or balance trying to go for a rebound. What you thought was going to happen. This don't even matter. Like, I'm just keep it real with you. Like, all of this don't even matter. I tried telling you niggas. I tried. I tried. All right? Niggas want to have big ass egos and shit. I tried, bro. So don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I never put it out there. Don't say none of it. None of it. Ha. And then for Jason, alley-oop supporter, skill adjustment. Alley-oop supporter's blockable time is increased. Chance of filling the alley-oop pass is decreased. What? Alley-oop supporter's blockable time is increased. Okay, we have a higher chance to block it. Chance of failing the alley-oop pass is decreased. What does that mean? Chance of failing is decreased. Oh, I'm assuming I think this is worded wrong. I think they mean increased. I could be wrong. But to the point of like where you can't just spam alley-oops with Jason. But floater is not in here. Floater is not in here. So that's interesting. So that must mean I don't expect it to be in the next patch notes. I do not expect it to be in the next patch notes. I think this is all that they wanted to do when it comes to balancing out characters. I think that's what this is. And I cannot be mad at it. I cannot be mad at it. So, what did we learn today? Well, I don't think people learned anything. Oh shit. Oh god. Yeah. But let me stop. Let's get right back into it. All right. But yeah, this is a big change right here. We are seeing the effects of this in game real time. So this does matter a lot. So that's pretty good. We'll see what happens with Shamgod. Freestyle explanation improvement is a nice touch, but not like the biggest deal. And obviously the balance patch adjustment is pretty much whatever. But Jason's the ones that's like pretty important because this was a spam fest. Like this was literally a spam fest. So let me know what you guys think of the patch that came out alongside with the brand new character. If you are new, be sure to sub to the channel, like the video as well. Stick around because we are going to get the Freestyle Podcast back up and running very, very, very soon. Okay, would appreciate it so much. We are out. Everybody have a good week, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.